I'm Cody Fitzpatrick.
And I'm Emmeline Kaiser, and we are the owners and operators of Foxtail Farm. We are here in beautiful Osceola, Wisconsin. I don't know, I think I ended somewhere down here, Code. We farm about 4 acres. We are an intensive veggie farm. We are certified MOSA organic as well as Real Organic Project certified. We are no spray, no chemicals of any kind. We are also human powered and no-till. I got my farming chops, as they say, in the interior Alaska. Very cold climate and very short growing season. So the name of the game there was to really push the boundaries of the shoulder seasons using tunnels, using high tunnels and passive solar to heat the tunnels. And in this case, the LOFF grant is helping us rehab a existing greenhouse on our property.
The two main obvious things that we're doing are replacing the greenhouse plastic, the plastic sheeting that goes over the top and on the sides, as well as the end walls, which are made of rigid polycarbonate. That material is rated to last for 10 years plus.
For being completely honest, this greenhouse wouldn't have been fixed if it weren't for the LOFF grant. Last year we did have some repairs pop up that were very expensive and took basically all of the capital that we had been slowly but surely building, and it just took it all in one fell swoop. And that is where things like the LOFF grant are so well appreciated.
It's going to be huge, and it's just going to be already is a giant weight lifted off our shoulders.
Yeah.
Mi nombre es Javier García. Estamos en la granja de Agua Gorda. Y estamos en el condado Tubb de Lone Prairie, Minnesota. También aquí podemos, en el tomatillo. Pues allá mismo hay tomatillos también. Bueno, estamos creciendo sandía sin semilla. Estamos creciendo sandía con semilla, estamos creciendo cebollas moradas, estamos creciendo jalapeños. That one is butternut squash, and it's pretty low, pretty little. Sí, pero es common. Las sandías orgánicas, limpias, sin pesticidas y para estar bien, comiendo sano, no enfermarse más que nada, porque bueno, el nombre de Agua Gorda viene de raíz del pueblo de donde somos en México. Se llama Agua Gorda, Michoacán. En Lone Prairie yo creo que estamos, de ese pueblo de México, de Agua Gorda, estamos yo creo como unas 200 o 300 personas aquí, solamente de ahí de Agua Gorda. Yo creo es primero salir adelante, mi sueño es tener algo más. El edificio va a ser, bueno, de la bandera esta hasta otra María que está allá, es lo que se va a construir, lo largo, de diferentes formas. En la parte que quiero poner piso, lo quiero usar para empaque, para empacar, lavar, empacar. Para el tiempo que no hay nada, estamos en otro proyecto de crear pollos. Hay muchos proyectos, muchas oportunidades que yo tengo también. Sueños hay muchos. Pero quién sabe si lo podamos realizar. Ya estamos también me siento ya como que ya no voy a trabajar mucho y no sé si voy a llegar a lo que quiero, pero voy a intentar.
I am Mary Fisher with my husband Kyle, and we run K&M Fisher Farm. We sell grass-fed beef, pastured pork, and pastured broiler chickens.
We actually both came from, I would say, like conventional farming, especially here, southern Minnesota, Midwest. And we just honestly saw red flags in human health.
The cows aren't out here right now, but they were. The experience to have seen, you know, pigs in confinement or, you know, even cattle in confinement, I think it speaks volumes once you start paying attention that, wow, these animals are not healthy and they're still going to market.
Me one that way, me one that way.
We have pastured chickens, and we have for several years, and we want to do the chicken tractors, which is moving them every day out onto fresh grass
You smile?
so that they can live a more natural lifestyle.
They seem to like the move. They know it's moving time. They go to the opposite corner of where we're pushing, and they just love that fresh new vegetation, grass.
We took some notes on what we wanted to change from the original ones and figured on the supplies we would need to redo them to the style we wanted, and that's when Lakewinds came in. The grant was definitely an opportunity for our farm not to fall behind before we even got started with things. We wouldn't have increased our chicken numbers if we weren't able to do it responsibly like this. We have come to believe in this way of life just because of what we've seen, what we've experienced, and now we want to give that to our kids. And our customers get the exact same products that we eat. So it's all to the same standard. We're doing this for our family and for yours.
Well, I'm Meg Studeman,
I'm Kevin Studeman.
and we are here at Dairydale Farm in Le Sueur County, Minnesota.
So the small family farm is getting to be a thing of the past, which is kind of sad. Run and play, girls, run and play. And we're just a small farm with about 60 cows. We're an organic farm. Like Organic Valley's principle is, you know, they want to try and pay us a price that, you know, we can afford to, you know, stay here. And I'd say that's probably the biggest challenge. The big thing is, how do you stay viable when everything is, you know, tending to go bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger?
Well, last fall, our neighbor, a couple of farms over, was burning some brush and thought the fire was out. And the wind came up a few days later, and the fire evidently wasn't out because sparks caught, and it was, I don't know if you remember how dry it was last fall, but the fire just took off.
But this was pretty typical about what we found.
Poof, you know, a huge chunk of our fence had disappeared, and last year had been a very tough year financially, and we were facing the, you know, they need to get cows out and be managed with, well, how are we going to rebuild this? But if we had not got those fences up, those beautiful cows that you saw would not have had access to those pastures.
And especially now this time of year when the corn is high, and, you know, if the cows do get out and they go in a cornfield, you know, you can't find them.
They're gone. The fact that Lakewinds was able to support us in buying tools and some labor and some supplies, fence posts and wire, and just all the little things that make a fence was tremendously important. And the cows have been out there now 3 times already grazing. I remember getting the call of you know, we have a question about your application. I thought, oh no, what did I do wrong? And to hear on the other end, well, we want to fund your, you know, we want to fund your project, and it was just delightful. It just made me feel very affirmed.
So it was a relief to get that grant.
They're good eaters.
And, you know, it just made sleeping at night a little bit easier, you know, one less worry in the worries of life.
I'm Kifa Abdi. Our farm is Abdi Mayfield Farm, and we're located in Lindstrom, Minnesota. Basically, have been here 10 years living as a homesteader, and last 3 years or 4 years we've been doing small-scale farming because we only have 5.5 acres, and we like to live as much as possible wild. We raise goats, as you've seen, sheep. Our main crop is turkeys, fresh Thanksgiving turkeys in small scale, and then pasture organic fed chickens. Last year, I got a first grant from Lakewinds for $8,000. I bought this shed with that, plus some money I added to. And then this year again, they awarded me another $8,000, which was shock, and I was overwhelmed with gratitude, frankly, because 2 years in a row. So this year, that money is gonna go for the cement and level it more. They're gonna frame it, and then they're gonna insulate it. There will be water, electricity piped into it underneath, like drenched. And then when their time to harvest is already in November, right? It's the same week of Thanksgiving, and it's cold. So usually we do it outside. We want to do it in here, and we hopefully have heat and water and light. Hi, Angel. Before I got the call from you guys, I applied for USDA loan, and the questions were, are you cattle farmer? And how many acres are you farming? Are you crop farmer? And their idea of crop is soy and corn. And I said, none of the above. And they said, okay, nice to meet you, but politely please leave. So I left really frustrated and crying in the car. We don't have to have hectares of hectares and have cattle, soy, and corn. We can have a small holdings like this. It's all over Europe, it's all over Africa, Asia, and we can teach people how to be healthy food secure. So LOFF gives me hope for that grant. It's bigger picture than just my shed. It's the future of my kids looking at that and say, look, we can harvest poultry. It's enormous help, I can't say enough. So thank you everyone who contributes to LOFF, and Lakewinds Co-op is incredible.
But I think of all the hundreds and thousands of people who made this project possible and helped us out of this sticky situation. And it's just, it's more than, Lakewinds the co-op, it's Lakewinds the people.
Thank you for your support, because that's what these farms need to get back up and, resilient in handling their own again and make small farms popular again.
Esto habla bien de usar los.
That's why I love farming. I just think it can really help heal people's relationship to the world, to our earth, really.